Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is our jump save, and there's a few additions. We've ported over a decent amount of horses now. Couple in breeding. I just feel it's a good way to kind of kickstart that side of things. And yeah, my transfer list now looks somewhat similar, but just a few added names. Um, Brought everybody I wanted to into this save for right now, and I have bred, I think, probably close to 200 yearlings, all of which are good, and I could seed saves with, or I could try and figure out. So in the future, I will be going through and loading them all into games, copying all their stats into a spreadsheet, and finding out the information on the spreadsheet, then comparing them, who's worth keeping, who isn't. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting up different bloodlines from all of these horses, all these yearlings that I currently have saved. And I'm going to try and breed for different distances. And, some are going to be bred for jumps. Some are going to be bred for probably starting at 2 mile, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, something of that nature. And then on the flat side of things, I'll be breeding for like 6 furlongs, a mile 2, a mile 4, and that might be about it for those. So we'll just set up different bloodlines that work in different ways and highlight a couple of different stats. But yeah, they should all have really good stats. And when I figure out what those horses look like, I can then move forward. And like I say, I'll be able to actually breed them to one another and kind of consolidate those horses into a solid bloodline or two for each distance, and have those then exported as yearlings or 2-year-olds, probably 2-year-olds, onto like a master transfer list then that I can use to seed new games. So I have done a bit of experimenting with the course issues, and again, sometimes it works, sometimes it crashes. So until I get it not crashing, I'm not really going to watch Ascot, and I think Woodbine is slightly problematic. So that might be something else we don't either race at or we just don't watch. And the schedule is not working as intended. Um, and I don't know why. So, yeah, that continues to be an ongoing issue. So, until we get that done, I figured bringing in a couple of extra breeding mares. And like I say, we've got these good 2-year-olds, we've got a good 3-year-old. Our 4-year-old might be able to do something this year. The 5-year-olds were good last year. And when I say last year, I mean basically the first half of this year, because we've only got like 3 months left in the season. And then Halfgone kind of comes in and looks like they might be okay. So we've got Halfquand and Huala, who are pretty much coming into their primes and don't look too bad. And Tatanjura, as well, now is definitely in their prime, and we'll kind of see what he can do. We'll kind of see what he can do. But I do have to book a bunch of races. Again, I don't think there's much for the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-olds. And so I think right now the best thing to do with these is throw them all into stud. And yeah, chuck the guys out onto grass. I think that gives us a solid number. Now we got 8 horses we can kind of work with. And now we just look at what do we got at 2-6 for Piazza Bar. I don't really want to run handicaps, but I don't know if we're actually going to be able to run anything else. So yeah, that's just a difficult one for me. That's a very difficult one for me. So you're 2-2. You didn't jump. You're still 2. You're 2-2. You're still probably also a 2-6. Okay. Um. Yeah. So what do I do here? Again, we're kind of 5. I feel maybe another handicap for 5-year-olds and above wouldn't be a bad option. And we've been running novice. Yeah. Kind of still feel that might be the best option. Realistically, I put Fafana and Canvas in, and then Gombarda at just 2. I feel I want to push these horses a little, but I also realize that is a bad idea, and we've got to be really patient. We do have to be really, really patient. So what do I run? Do I just run a normal novice? Maybe. That kind of feels right. That does kind of feel right. And then 2-5 to 2-6. Um, yeah. Yeah, while I can run at Ascot, because I guess we're not watching it, but it is on the British save. It's better on the British save. I don't know. Um, I've got to be honest with you. I really don't know. So I'm still a little nervous to run it. I'm not going to lie. But I think I can. And I'll probably be okay. And Tatanjura's still got theirs to go. The entry hurdle's probably just a really bad idea, but yeah, I think booking them might work. Okay, so that's fine. There is a breeder's sale on the 10th of February, and there is one at the end of March. Miss Aura has a pretty decent rating, to be fair. We might take a look at her. What was that, 10th of February? 10th of February. And 23rd of March. Beautiful. Tartan gets a run. That's going to set us up here to the point where we're now ready to go. And not only ready to go, but after today, we can get McTantrum all built up as well. Where's this? Huntington? Yeah, I think this is Huntington. It should come up quickly. Few laid back horses, bunch of older horses, where one of only 2 young horses. I don't mind our weight really in this field. I don't mind it at all. I've got to be honest with you. So probably a solid opening run, 2 mile 6, class 4 handicap, up to 115 rated horses, 4-year-olds and above, on the hurdles in the wet, damp turf here at Huntington. We are second favourite. The other 4-year-old, Bawalis, is also here. Piazza Bar against the rail, underway. Quite okay. Got to zoom out so we can see the jumps, of course. And Tito Bastillo goes to the front. Diamond Field Odin. Moi Vula. Wow. Moi Vuloi Toy? Moi Vula Toy? Who knows? Odin, Kinglet, Bawalis, and Celtic Bridge or Celtic Bridge. We're in decent spot. We haven't jumped poorly so far. It's only been 3 jumps, of course. Long way still to go. Things can change in an instant. But I feel pretty good about where we're at right now. We haven't really seen what Piazza Bar can do because didn't really get many opportunities as a 3-year-old. Didn't find races that really seemed to suit 100%. Looks like we kind of got caught in behind there a little bit blocked out. So we'll see if we got the pace with some fresh air. Here comes Diamond Field up the inside. Looks like they're trying to make a little bit move. Odin has pulled up with an injury. And this is Boalis on the inside. This Celtic Bridge on the outside. Down to the final couple of furlongs onto the home stretch. Here goes Moi Vuloi Toy, maybe. And that's a great jump by us. But I think we ran into the back of Tito Bastillo. Kind of killed all of our momentum. But we do jump really, really well again. Probably don't have the legs to get up. I think we've been kind of screwed by not having clear air to run into once again. Yeah. How am I supposed to pronounce this? Moi vouloir. Is that toy? Is it toi? Toi would be with an R, right? T-R-Y, or is it T-O-I-S? Yeah. Stop naming your horses complicated things. What's wrong with you people? Yeah. It's not a bad run. It's not amazing. It's not a win. It probably should have been. And it kind of feels like it was good enough. I don't mind it. It's an okay place to start things. And while we're at Ascot, we cannot watch Ascot. There we go. One a little laid back. 14 runners. Again, I don't mind our weight in this field. We're one of the youngest horses. We're a pretty good horse. Probably top 3. I'm kind of thinking somewhere around there. 4th. Okay. Not a million miles away. 100%. Solid all around. But, yeah. It's not really a feature, but it is a feature. Looks okay. We do lose a tiny bit of rating from it. But I feel this is the sort of caliber of race we can be running in. It's just going to be really, really tough to win. I've got a lot more hope for our 5-year-olds, if I'm honest. So, There is that. Hexam for Gombarda, little novice hurdle. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Yeah, don't know the field. They look kind of lightly raced, if at all. Not many of them are even rated. So we'll kind of see how we do in this. We're going to just hang back a little off the leaders into the chasing pack. Solid first jump. We've got Civilian and Prima Davida out in front. Just ahead of us is Maverick. And then Chicanotto on the inside. Speedy Joe on the outside. Only Yours. Lagretta. Loya Sapola. Shaded Edge. Watch Chain. Sovereign Debt. And Tramontano at the rear. We've moved to the far outside, going to run the wide bends, just have some clear air as you come down the hill. Halfway through the jumps, 6.5 furlongs left to run, and we are in prime position right now. Looks like Shinkinauto has a good leap on them, and kind of puts the work in as we come up the hill. Jump 6 or 7. It's going to take an almighty final jump from us to get back into this, the final 2 furlong. Speedy Joe has gone. We do jump well. We're not really catching. We're kind of falling away. Prima Davida inside the final furlong then will lead out from Lois Sapoy on the outside with Shaded Edge, Lagretta and Shinkin Auto now falling back. Sovereign Debt still ahead of Gombarda. Down the hill and up this little hill here, Primo Davida just holds off Lola Sapoya, and that is not a great run from us. Not a great run. I believe that it is a 2-mile horse, and that's just pretty much a really bad novice run. Yeah, I just don't like that at all. I do not like that at all. Oh boy, that makes me question far too much to feel comfortable. Perth, Fahana, 2 mile 2, novice, best horse in the field. What can they do? Switch the camera. Zoom out enough to see all the jumpers. And there we go. Celestia Flyer at the back. Up to Cayman Fox, Tullamore Dew, Panthera, Latham Present, Tetra, Floriana, and Hip Hop. We are also in that back group. Kind of blocked off and kind of on the inside. Not where you want to be. Black Dragon a little clear in second currently. Link Diamond a few lengths clear at the front of the field. We're inside now to the 11th furlong mark. We're not running too badly. We still got a lot of race left to go. We seem to have found a little bit of a gap. And maybe, just maybe, we can find our way through. But we can also get blocked. We come to the outside, though. Round the outside of Latham Present with High Park, Lady and Black Dragon just ahead of us. Link Diamond now the 1.5 to 2 length lead. Just faltering slightly. We're in prime position. We're coming into the mix at the right point. We got to be worried about other runners from the field, though. There goes High Park Lady and Black Dragon. They're going to go for this. Fahana, a little late to the party. Final furlong, final jump. We jump okay. We don't jump amazingly. We're going to come back in this. We do have some legs. High Park Lady and ourselves. But Black Dragon's going clear. Black Dragon from Link Diamond and High Park Lady should be the top 3. We just finish outside. That's disappointing. Again, that's disappointing. I'm sure that the competition levels are right, and I'm sure that all the distances are right. It might just be going a little bit, but I gotta be honest with you, I didn't expect finish 4th and 7th with Pahana and Gombada. And you look at it, it's like 3rd and 4th, and then 2nd and 7th. Piazza Ball couldn't win. Waller's down in 4th. I don't think I can feel comfortable about any of the rest of the booking. Interesting little handicap. Foxtrot Romeo, couple of laid back horses. We're kind of mid-weight. And I thought this would be a good race for us. 2 miles 645 handicap for 5-year-olds and above. I know no longer hold that confidence. So we're going to see. We are going to see. Looks like the field's going to stay roughly together. Lemon Silk on the outside, just going to lead us out with Faria just in second there. Leela and ourselves, side by side. Back to Dashing March on the rail, and Chardon is last, but within half a length. The entire field within like 3 lengths of each other. Everybody jumped well but us, it looked like there for a moment, because we now suddenly find ourselves back of the pack, and another slightly poor jump puts a tiny bit of daylight in between us and Chardon and Ferreira at the back, and they move up and we stay still. And again, we're 1.5 miles from home, long time left to run. But we haven't jumped great right now. We're halfway through the jumps, coming up to 10 furlongs left in this race. Dashing March has pulled up. They're out. I think they've actually fallen. I didn't see them fall. But, yeah, you blink and you miss it sometimes. We're coming up now to about the 3/4 point of the race in terms of jumps. And we're down now, fast approaching 1/2 mile from home as we hit the bottom of this hill here. This will be 4 furlongs. Solid jump, not great. Solid jump again, not great. In position. Final 2 furlongs round the bend, and we're climbing the hill. Lemon Silk has been leading this entire time, but Foxtrot Romeo powering in, and a good jump. Gets a little bit of distance, gets a little clear. Falia and Leela are right there. Chardon at the back. Doesn't look like they're in this just now. Who's going to jump this well? It's going to be Faria. They're going to climb the hill with us. They're going to come after us, but not have what it takes. Foxtrot Romeo from Faria and Leela. Then back to Lemon Silk. And finally Chardon when Dashing March fell earlier in the race. I think that was kind of what I expected, but I kind of expected the other horses to run and win, not by much, but like win or second, maybe third place. And them not going according to plan, like I say, just throws a little bit of a question mark out there. It does throw a little question mark out there, so guess we're off to Sedgefield for half quant, and didn't even get top 3. Didn't mean to skip it, but yeah, okay. It's kind of a decent distance back, right? Trip suited well. I don't know what you'd be if you weren't 2 mile and you can't win a novice 2 mile despite being a pretty good horse. That does. So, yeah, not quite the results I wanted, but again, it's difficult going from one save to the other, really, because I'm expecting to win in the other save every time I run, and I come to this, and I've got to kind of really temper those expectations. And it is quite difficult at the moment to do that, so yeah, I end up just not knowing what anyone's going to do Now it's riding a little 2-2 novice over the hurdles. We do get out okay. Canvas into the lead here, but no real distances with the field. Got Blue Pool up there. We've got Lovner and Cameron Skyer. And the field's just going to change so much that I don't know if it's worth really saying too much. But Barwick, Tifa, Ecstasy, Springshot, Crocodore, Patrick D, Ecstasy, Anathea, and Ray Nacardo. And it looks like Cameron Skyer was unseated, so they're not in the race anymore. Barwick just in behind us, Lovner ahead of us. Natural Lament is just in second place at the moment. We're jumping okay. We're not doing too badly. We've got this climb. That was a solid jump. Coming up now to 8. That's solid as well. I think we may be a little blocked off there behind the leader. As we're tight against the rail. Nowhere really to go. Other horses making their move. Now we finally get past. Now we need to see, can we go final jump, final 1.5 furlongs. Lovely jump by Lovner, not really getting up. Ray Nacardo is looking like they might just edge ahead. Natural Lamente and Spring Shock either side of Ray Nacardo. That's your 1, 2, 3. Lovner just ahead of Canvas. And again, a good run, but not a great run. Something I expected a little more from. Something I expected a little more from. So, yeah, Piazza Bar I don't think was bad, but not good. Fahana, slightly disappointing. Gombarda was a poor run. Canvas is now 2 back-to-back poor runs. Walla, kind of what I expected, but it sucks knowing that it's a good horse and it doesn't really do much. Same with Half Quand. And same with Tatanjura. I mean, you know, we'll kind of see what they've got to run. But, yeah, Foxtrot Romeo, the only one that kind of stepped up and did as well as expected. Yeah, I don't know if I should get rid of some of these horses. Piazza Bar, I just don't know. Bahana, I don't know. Gombarda's at least close here. It doesn't have a ton of extra speed, cruising burst, and 0 finish application. So I don't think they're ever going to be anything kind of special. Canvas, I don't know. Foxtrot Romeo, at least has some cruising burst and extra speed, even if they don't have finish. Does look ahead of the rest. Walla, I guess when they jump, we'll see how good they get. And probably similar with Half Quant, who looks pretty impressive in some ways. And yeah, Tatanzura, there's just big question marks, isn't there? There are big question marks. Let me get to this auction. Check Friday just in case anything stupid shows. And then no grids, nobody that's even won semi-regularly. So, yeah. Why is that so highly rated? Because it's a 6-year-old that hasn't been run. So I'm guessing that's like an unraced 3-year-old at an auction. We'll throw some money at it. Nice round number. 200 grand. then we'll see what they're like. So Misora, it's kind of who we went in for. She's got some stamina. Doesn't look too bad. Your breeding indicator does say 3 miles. I like that. Laid back. And just, yeah. Isn't anything really interesting. Francophilia has a ton of stamina. Not much else on this page. And doesn't really have much here. Has a lot of cruising burst. That's nice. But zero potential. Absolutely zero potential. Yeah. A little hit and miss. A little hit and miss, I won't lie. I was hoping they'd be a little better than that. Just something not great, but something good. Something at least on par with what we've got in the breeding barn, what we just put into the breeding barn. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wanted more. So, a little disappointed there. Tanjura, the only British horse in an Irish field for the Boyne Hurdle Grade 2. Maybe a touch too much. Maybe a touch too much. But I think this is one where we can compete. And I hope we can compete. Because I've been wrong about pretty much every other horse over the last couple of runs they've had. So yeah, I'm hoping we can compete. Maybe not win. I don't know. But I'd like to at least be in the race. We're going to start off near the front. I see a star out to the front there with Beau River Arch. He's our lad, Sabordio. Or Saborido, even. Casual Mover and She complete the field. We're on the inside. We're not quite up against the rail, but I think we're all well aware at this point of my feelings. Bad from Saborido. And another poor jump kind of sets them at the rear of the field by a couple of lengths. Almost half of these jumps already completed. The field pretty much together apart from Saborido as we come round this turn. 1.5 miles from home. Solid jump from us puts us into prime position now, just stalking. I see a star in the front. Saborido joins the pack. Mile from home here on the back stretch. Or maybe this is the side stretch. I think this is probably the side stretch, right? No? Maybe. It's too difficult for me to make head or tail of this course sometimes. Yeah, not really jumping well. That was another poor jump from us. That kind of kills any challenge that we might have had. We're into the final 1.5. Beau River Arch is just going for this. I see a star still holding on to second as we're down to the final furlong and the final jump. And we're not closing at all. Beau River Arch takes this quite comfortably from I See a Star. Casual Mover almost comes up. Shishi in fourth. Tanjura in fifth. Saborido ends up coming in position 6. But yeah, we didn't compete. We didn't even come close. And that's a little shame. That's just something I wasn't prepared for, was for us to perform as badly in general. All these runs. 5th, 4th, 4th. Foxtrot Romeo's our only winner. 5th, 7th, 4th. Piazza Boa comes second. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting for me. That is really, really interesting. We had so much of an issue trying to figure out Foxtrot Romeo, and then when we went up in distance, as soon as we hit the 2 6s, first, second, second, and now first again. So it kind of feels like this is the only horse out of all of them that I have any kind of good read on. And it's got no finish application whatsoever. I don't feel like there's a ton of quality out here. And I don't know whether any of these horses are going to get any better or enough better to actually start competing in feature races. I think Taunton Jura should be a pretty quick horse, but they're nowhere as quick as I think they would be. And they're 8, so they should be coming into their prime. And it doesn't feel like they're anywhere near where they need to be to win some of these races, as we're seeing. You know, the Rickerton Grand National Hurdle comes 7th. That's not a bad result, really, considering the trip down under. And we head to France for a little grade 2, and we come almost last. Then we go to Ireland for a little grade 2 and come 5th. It's definitely progress. And it definitely makes me want to go up to 2-6 and see if we've got a little more 2-6 again. I'm really, really thinking that this entry hurdle is going to be an absolutely terrible idea. But the select hurdle might work out. But I thought maybe we could start competing. It's got a grade 3 and a grade 2 already. Like, maybe, you know, maybe. Doesn't quite look like it. And then, like I say, Half Quant and Wala, I think stat-wise also look very good, but seem so far away. The 5-year-olds, apart from Foxtrot Romeo, can't even win Class 2s. And Piazza Bar looks okay as a 4-year-old. It's kind of interesting. It is kind of interesting, and I don't know kind of how that's going to work out. Yeah. Okay. Um, do I just book the same again, pretty much? Maybe. Maybe. Uh, This be some brains. He's not going to enjoy the going, probably, but if we run that and we top rating, do I fancy that at top rating? Like, probably not. Do I want to wait until March to run pretty much the same handicap? Probably not. Do I want to go all the way to the end of March? Probably not. Do I want to go for this feature? I really don't. So I think top weight is kind of gonna be what we need it to be. I'm not sure if I should try going up in distance with Farhana. I don't think so. Um, I don't think so. I don't really know. I feel that I shouldn't put her in a hunter chase, but at the same time, I just kind of want to see what happens. um, maybe. And Gombaro, we're back down to 2. Uh, maybe a little Warwick run. And then Cambis again, I think I'm going to have the same problem here where I don't really have anything I like. I could do a 110. And again, we would just be the top rating. And 25. It's a little bit of a test for sure. Don't know how much I like that one. Um, yeah, little 2-6. Got this little novice handicap. We're going to be by far the top rated there. By far the top there. Just another novice. At least we'd be joint top weight and not that head of a pack. Kind of handicap it to favor us. Waller again, I think feels kind of like a 2-4 to me. So we keep trying the 2-5s and we're just like nowhere clear. If I were to send in there, that might tell me something. It might tell me about 2-4 at least. Quand is just 2 mile. I just can't see anything half-com being different than just 2 mile. We've done a maiden and won. And we ran a novice and we just didn't look good. So I'm trying to figure out now what my next kind of option would be. If I wanted to be bold, I'd go for the rewards chase. I don't feel bold. Kind of feel like a chase might work. So we're a really good jumper and we're probably much better than other horses. So the hurdles aren't giving us like much of an advantage. We got like such a massive jumping bar there and these in here. So I'm just wondering if that would be something for us. I don't love this. It is a novice chase. It's a feature race novice chase, and we'd be one of the lowest rated horses in this by quite some distance. I don't really love that one. So what do I do? Novice handicap? Again, we're going to be top weight. But that might be the best option I can see here. Midweight? I think that's too much of a race for them. I really do, but again, I just don't feel that we quite right on some of these horses. And I don't know why. Got a Warwick then for a little novice hurdle over 2 miles for Gombarda. Let's kind of see how we get on here. Off towards the front with Elusive Island, Celtic Boy, and Trinity Reef out in front at the moment. Climb the hill in front of the crowd. We will see them again in a little while. Get over this jump okay as well. Coming up to the halfway points in jumps. 10 furlongs left. Rounding this bend. Coming down this hill. Maintaining a little stalking position. Crossley has come up to join us. So a Sahara lady on the inside there. Got a pack of 3 at the front. Looks like the 3 in the middle kind of falling off a little bit. We are 3 abreast at the front. Illustrious Miss has pulled up. Elusive Island didn't jump that very well. Gombarda doing okay, coming down the hill. We still got a little ways to go. Final 2 furlongs. Watch Chain and Lola Sapola both in this. That's the penultimate jump as we climb the hill into the final furlong. Watch Chain going well, but there goes Lola Sapola. Gombarda running okay. Doesn't seem to have any kind of strong finish. Watch Chain gonna fight up the hill, trying to get up, but will finish behind Lola Sapola, who takes it in first. Watch Chain second. Gombarda up into third from Elusive Island, and the rest of the pack a ways back. I've got to say it again. It's an okay result, but it's not a good result. Feels like we're just kicking tires down a road. And not really improving. It's a hard feeling to shake. It's a hard feeling to shake. I think I want to see them when they go into a new season and see, does anyone jump? Does anyone kind of stand out to me? Because I'm not seeing it right now. I'm not seeing it in the stats. And what little I do see in stats is not translating onto the racetrack. And my second most confidence I have in a horse right now is probably Piazza Bar, which is very maddening to me and very kind of crazy to me. We will be the favorite. Little 2-6 handicap here, up to 105 ratings. Nice little hurdle. We come down the hill. Okay, everyone kind of together. Checkerboard and Search and Rescue out in front. Piazza Bar with the rest of the pack as Search and Rescue has been reclaimed. Romania does lead us out a little bit of this chasing pack. We jump well and join them. On the inside, Dixieland Band jumps well on jump number 2. Number 3 is pretty bad for us. Solidly back in the pack, which is now being stretched out quite a bit. Onto the back stretch then. Jump number 5. We'll kind of see where we're at, because right now we're right at the back. Can we jump well here at the halfway point? No, we can't. We go even further back. Amore doesn't jump well either, but we're even further behind them. And now we've given ourselves a little bit of a chance. But we need some good jumps in here. We've only got 4 left. Coming up here, making our way through the field. Solid jump, but nothing spectacular down the hill. Ready for this turn. Round the left, we join the leaders, Tito Bastillo, Romania, and Checkerboard, all in the mix. Search and rescue up the inside. Diamond Field and all but beat at the back. Final 3 furlongs now. Final couple of jumps. We're in the lead. We're staying there. Here comes Checkerboard. Here comes Umnita. Here comes Romania. Into the final furlong. We have 1 jump left to go. Other horses have way more pace than us, way more power down the home stretch. We jump poorly, we fall to 4th. Tito Bastillo's out of it. Umnita takes it from Romania and Checkerboard. Amore up on us as well. Finish down the order in 5th. And yeah, that little 3rd and 2nd, no, don't look great either. No negative feedback from the jockey. And yeah, Pieter Bauer is back in question mark / disappointment territory. Consistently in the money. Most of the fields have been like 4, 5, 6, 6, 8, 8. So that's not really saying much. In fact, the biggest field it had was when it was a really low rating, and it did qualify for much less stern opposition. Yeah, I don't feel confident in these horses. I want to be excited to run them. I want to feel confident. I want to know that we can book races, that we can maybe win, probably place, and that would actually improve the horse and help the horse. And I'm not getting that right now. I'm not getting that right now. And I'm probably expecting the wrong things. You say the horses will jump potential on their own rather than gaining it through racing, pretty much. It takes 3 to 4 times as long for horses to develop. Oh, wow. Contagious, unseated, classic style falls at the first. Kind of a high fence to begin with. Then a couple of more reasonable ones. Beauchamp Buzz is going strong here. And we got Daymate just in 2nd place. We're in 3rd with the rest of the field just off camera pretty much. Forever Warning, Vertumnus, Green the Seal, Wacky Now, Skeleton, Chief Yeoman, and Captain Risk. Currently last because the unseated and the fallen riders. Solid jump there at number 9. Okay at 10. And it does kind of put us in contention as we come down the hill. We are getting blocked off a little bit behind Daymate. I know we've moved out and Forever Warning is kind of in our way. And if we try and go up the inside, Beauchamp Buzz might end up in our way. And we're kind of now pinned against the rail by Vermintus. Captain Risk has pulled up via injury. We need to get ourselves out of this little mix, but no, we're just going to keep running behind horses. We're going to keep penning ourselves in. Now we are clear. 3 to run and only a couple left to jump up the hill. Forever Warning is there. Huala is gaining. Jumps okay, not great. Down to the final furlong. Down the home stretch. Huala absolutely going for this one. Streaking clear, streaking home in front of the crowd. Finally, Huala looks like a horse that we have always thought it to be and always wanted it to be. It's not like it's an amazing race, but you know what? It's a win in a feature. It's about the one of the lowest rated features that we've run in a long time. It's one of the few 2 mile 4s we've run in a while because we seem to die at the end of the 2 4s here. Oh, sorry, we got going really late in the 2 4s here, so we looked better in 2 5s, and we won and came second. So I was kind of keeping us in that category. But I think 2 4s where we suit a little better, and we do come out of it with a win. It's 137 rating. We will jump up a little bit, and at least the best horse we've had in this game. Just won a race. It's a class 2. It's a handicap. It's a low purse feature, but it's a win. It's a win by 5 lengths. It's a win when we didn't run perfectly. It's a win where better horses were involved. And I really need wins. Like, for my own mental health in this game, I need wins. And I will take every single one I can. And, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Because they're so rare, we will take them where we can get them. And that brings us to Farhana, who I want to be confident in. I really do, but I'm just not sure. I am just not sure. Favorite, top rated, probably the best horse in the field, young horse in the field, up and air for a 2-2 Hunter chase in the rain. And we are off to a decent start, though. We kind of got our legs under us early. We're going to drift towards the back a little. Eye for the girls. Powerful Pierre, the Lockmaster, Legend of Aragon, and Zara's Birthday are the front 5. Rutland Lake jumps just ahead of the chasing pack with Captain Beckett, while away Cuban Quality, Marusi's Rock, Minsky Mine, and of course Farhana with a poor jump there. That's a terrible jump. That really set us back, sadly. A third of the way into the race, and already we see a very, very bad jump set us all the way back with the pack to have to navigate through and run through as well as run past. Powerful Pierre jumped really poorly there as well, kind of really set him back. Lockmaster probably keeping us back. Captain Beckett in our way slightly. We have to move to the outside. 5 left to run. We've got Captain Beckett, Cuban Quality, Zara's Birthday, all there with us. Legend of Aragon, everybody jumps well there. It seems at number 11 and is now powering on inside the final 3 furlongs. 10. We come in with some steam. We come out with steam. Not a bad jump. Cuban Quality at the 2 furlong marker takes over the lead. But we are coming strongly. We don't jump very well. Captain Beckett now coming back after that jump. But we are pushing a little clear as we come up to the final furlong marker. The home stretch, the final jump. We don't jump it amazingly, but we jump it well enough not to lose momentum. And we are keeping our foot on the pedal all the way to the line. Farhan will take it from Cuban Quality. Captain Beckett, Eye for the girls, and Zara's Birthday down in 5th. Solid. Solid. I will give us that. That was solid. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to judge these horses. I've got to be honest. Not really a clue. Not really a clue. You look like trash. Who knows with you? Who knows with you? But I like the distance, and I like to take a gamble now and again. Cheeky little 1.3. Oh, we're going up a little bit more, we? We're backing off now. Okay. Well, I'll raise the price on my own. Yeah, that stamina bar is not quite what I was hoping it would be, but it doesn't matter because it's a bit of a trash horse anyway, as we kind of expected it to be. Can't lie. Anything of any interest? Not really. Moscow Capes about the best of the bunch. Yeah. Okay. Jura gets another run. Let's go to Ludlow then. As we see, can we keep this winning streak going? Canvas, little 2-2 handicap for 125s over the hurdles. Should fit them pretty well, to be honest with you. It's only a small field. Lady Colleen at the back there with Manduro and Hector's Choice stalking Arch Walker. Not a great jump for Hector there, though. The rest of us doing okay. We're all kind of strung out in a line. Little gaps beginning to kind of form, and that will change over each jump, of course. So far, nothing too bad from us. One okay there, but it looked like we're right in behind Hector's Choice then with nowhere to run. And Lady Colleen came up the outside of us and just kind of blocked off our path as well. So our one good jump so far. Didn't really feel like we got the most momentum out of it we could. Final mile. Halfway in terms of the jumps. Halfway around the course. Canvas now being left a little bit at the back with Lady Colleen. Manduro and Archwalker have clawed their way up to Hector's Choice. 4 furlongs from home. Here comes Canvas. Down now to the final few jumps. Everybody's in position. Everybody's running well. There goes Manduro. They are kicking on. They are looking strong. Archwalker just about holding on all the way, but just at the line. Manduro's going to get up. Going to get into position ahead of Archwalker. Canvas takes third, but really wasn't in it. And just, yeah, like a lot of our other races, it just didn't feel. It just didn't feel like it was going right. Um, yeah, I don't think I really want to buy any horses. Maybe go for Cup of Cocoa. Why not? And I guess Chief Execs, it's very expensive. And I'm going to just overbid on it because I'm used to people bidding more. So that bidding kind of shut down quickly. And there we go. So Chief Exec comes from Frutti Rooney. Okay. Can run 4 miles. My God, they've been busy in the breeding barn. Holy heck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know about that potential. I don't know. I think we'll see it next season, maybe. And Cup of Cocoa is full stamina bar. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I don't think there's enough there. I just don't feel that there's enough there. So, okay, some disappointing runs, some good runs, a little bit of a mixed bag in general. Um, right now, I would say what I'd be leaning to do is maybe put Gombarda and Fahana into the breeding barn because I don't know if they're going to turn into anything. And then possibly just get rid of Cambis because I don't see much here, which indicates that he's going to have any pace going forward in any kind of big race. Foxtrot Romeo, I like the extra speed. I like the cruising burst. He could jump and be pretty solid as a 6-year-old. That's kind of what I'm thinking there. So he might be the 5-year-old we keep. So we'd have an 8-year-old, we'd have the 2 6-year-olds to try and figure out. Foxtrot Romeo would be our 5-year-old, Piazza Bar would be our 4-year-old. That might be the way I would kind of look at doing it. Just because I don't know if we're ever going to get beyond Class 2 races with a bunch of these. Are we ever really going to get to a feature race with any of these 5-year-olds? I severely doubt it. And right now, Foxtrot Romeo is the only one that's showing any promise out of this group for me. So, yeah, it's very kind of interesting. But my opinions have changed from their 3 and 4-year-old seasons to now. So, yeah, it might change again, right? It might change again. I don't know. I don't know. But that's where we're going to leave it. That's going to be questions for me to think over again. And yeah, next video will be the end of the season. Hope to see you there for it. And we'll kind of see what happens with the rest of the breeding program, excuse me, and what happens with the few remaining races we have. Try and find Wilder a nice follow-up as well, because off the back of a win, maybe we're finally starting to see some momentum and we can start really looking forward to their prime. Maybe? I don't know. But let me know what you think. Comment section, as always. Like button, subscribe button. Go and hit them for me. And I'll see you here next time. Until then, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Hopefully, you're a little ahead of where we are, because I still feel we're a couple of years away, but we're getting there, and we're definitely improving the breeding, so we're not far away. It just feels like we are sometimes, I think. So hopefully, you're a bit further ahead, and we'll come to the end of the season, kind of have a little wrap up in the next video and figure out our way forward. Hopefully, I'll see you then.